What is up, Zelda Speedruns? Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the NA Weekly. Time for some good old-fashioned OoT randomizer. Without further ado, let's kick it over to our commentators, Melqui and Vidya. James, how are you folks today?
Everybody's ready on the hour for once. Tobias wasn't expecting it, so he had to speedrun getting the restream ready. What's up, guys? Welcome to the NA Weekly.
Always a good day when we start on time. And a shocking day.
I know, right? Look at these runners. We got Narcotic. We got my boy, I don't know, aka Matt, who I'm going to call Matt like 1,000 times because we're cool like that. We can use her on a first name basis. We got Balthier and Volk, 41, who I believe Volk is a newer runner. Showed up around SGL Online and very quickly picked up steam and made a name for themselves, making it into top 32. So should be very interesting to check out.
Yeah, I think both of our, the bottom of the screen runners, Baltier and Volk, joined League last season.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, like you said, Volk quickly made a name for themselves with a big upset.
Yo, alright, go for Stalfos, go for GTG Stalfos chest.
No,
yeah, wieners.
No.
Everybody here's a wiener.
All of them just taking advantage of Prelude and not going for the one item in logic in GTG. I hate it.
Not even that, they're not even going for Valley Waterfall. Like, you get a hint, it's pretty good.
Right? And this isn't the worst medallion layout. We'll get that updated very shortly. Yeah. The other thing, we started with Song of Time, which I hate a Song of Time start. Oh, Skullmask dead, Frogs 2 dead, Zora's Fountain foolish, and Baltier going child. I like it.
Interesting. Fighting the masses, not going straight for adult CAC like everybody else. What a statement.
Yeah. And immediately checking that child spawn, which, makes sense when you've got Prelude in hand.
Yeah. So child spawn, also just the Gerudo area. Well,
also Gerudo Valley, but we're taking the chicken now.
Yeah, this makes it a little bit better, so you can just clear out both Valley checks very, very easily.
Yeah, amazing.
We're about to see, are people going to be punished today for putting off Valley? Well, I mean, you're probably not putting off Valley if that's your spawn, but...
And, I mean, obviously there's a Valley Foolish hint in Valley when you spawn in Valley as both child and adult, right? That's how this works.
It just makes too much sense. Alright, we got a big chest already.
Big chest! And nothing identifiable in the waterfall quite yet. And just $20. A bomb bag.
Nice.
Was that domain? Domain also foolish?
Yep, we got the whole Zora area. Whole Zora area is just not worth it.
Which of course means that River is going to have an unhinted way of the hero item.
Yeah. Yeah, that bomb bag's really nice though for early game routing. You just go ahead and do DC right away. Just get it out of the way and don't ask questions.
Kokiri Forest, Wave the Hero, Lullaby in the Windmill, and that is where it's going to hurt Baltier on this kind of aggressive child play.
Yeah, I mean, you don't lose...
We don't know.
What's that? Oh,
go ahead.
No, we don't know too much about, what's gonna be behind ZL and Child. There's not too much, honestly. There's a couple of fairy fountains you might have to route in differently. The big thing is if you want to go for the Graveyard Song as Child and also get Composer Flames using Flame Stores, it's going to be kind of annoying because now he has to do an extra adult trip if he wants to get that. It's not a huge deal or anything, but it does route pretty nicely.
Exactly, and a nice free shield. Chat did let us know we are a little ahead. I have refreshed if you want to give that a go as well.
No, I'm going to spoil everybody, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Rude.
Yeah.
I love the early ice arrows. I want to talk about blue fire arrows though, and how great they are.
I saw Carioso's asking for a test race last night with blue fire arrows on. I thought that's very brave.
It's
Taking
so...
a little meme percent item, man.
Yeah, I like it because it changes up some of the, like, logic meta that we're used to. Like, oh god, there's a bottle. Oh god, there's 2 wallets. Like,
yeah.
Maybe you're just looking for blue fire arrows.
Yeah, it depends, because, like, magic... Like, are you really going to be finding magic before a bottle in too many seeds? I don't know if that's the case. But if it is, then it just buffs ice extremely.
And a bow there on Talon's chickens.
That's pretty nice. That means, I mean, that's kind of the reverse of what we were talking about with ZL being in the windmill. It's now, when Balthier goes back adult, he's going to be able to do a couple of the archery checks a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was Saria's there in Composer Grave.
Mm-hmm. Which all that really means is now the...
and Minuet.
Minuet song, yeah.
Well, we're not concerned about logical access to Sacred Forest Meadow today, folks.
Yeah, and that's going to be, again, really nice for Balthier to be able to... he's going to be able... He doesn't have to walk to the song as adult.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas everybody else, you get Saria's song, you're like, oh, now that song's in Logic, I'm going to have to go all the way through Forest just for it.
Which, with Kokiri Forest, like, that is another really nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can just go there and get Kokiri Sword Chest while you're there. It could be in the Storm's Grotto, but...
Yeah.
You know?
No big deal. Oh, what time did Matt get in Dompe Race? He hasn't done it yet.
And the Saria song check is our item song check. It is $20.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right, because you start with Prelude.
Yep, Prelude and Song of Time were our starting songs today. That forced start of Prelude does mean that any song check can be an item, and it just happens to be the Saria song check today.
So, Matt and I, and Check in our multi-world, we have this thing. Because, like, you start as adult, you go do Dompe pretty quick. So about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes into the seed, every one of us will just start saying a number. And we just implicitly know it's just what our Dompe time was. Because in multi-world, you send items. You send items, so it's like a big flex if you still get like a sub 50, even if you get sent an item in the middle of the Dompe race. But, let's be real, I still get 52s. Because it's Project 64?
Yep. And it was the 10-pack of chews on Dompe Race, so that's nice. I mean, you got a bomb bag, so you're not super concerned about the chews, but honestly, they're still handy.
Chews are nice if you want to, as adults, save warp and then peek the Valley Crate. That's definitely going to be nice. And then, I mean, you don't know yet that your child spawn is going to be Valley,
right
so
there,
it does seem like a good idea if you haven't gone child yet.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright, and I think Narcotic, Vulcan, Matt are all going to be going for DC, which makes sense. It's a medallion, you have bomb bag, you might as well just full clear it right now. Matt missed the grotto! Matt, grotto miss alert.
Matt, please.
That grotto, dude, the hitbox for that grotto is gigantic. I don't know how you could miss it.
I mean, I admit, I feel like I just start, if I have hammer, if I'm trying to open with hammer, I am not paying any attention where I am.
You're just slamming it down and praying.
Just like, I know that the radius of the hammer is nowhere near what a bomb is, but...
I mean, it feels satisfying to just slam it down. Is that magic on top of DC?
Magic, yep.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So, hey, maybe your blue fire arrow idea.
Blue
maybe
fire
that
arrow! I mean, you got all the things. You got a bow, you got the ice arrows, and magic. Like, let us go light up King Zora.
So Matt there was... Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. So this is something that I showed Matt about, or I don't know if he learned this specifically from me, but you get inverted cam here, and that lets you backwalk forward, peek the item on top of DC, and then just go straight in.
Nice.
And I learned that from our good friend What the Hells.
What the hells?
And I try to go for it, but it's a frame perfect trick. So, if you don't get it, you just continue the backwalk anyway.
That was one of the things. So I am of the generation that knew that this game was broken, but like speedrunning was not a thing yet.
Right.
In 2000, 2001. But we would play this game and we would do like, Link is just kind of bouncing up the mountain, riding along that seam. Sure,
yeah,
sounds good.
Yeah. There he goes. So we got the slingshot in the bridge scrub in Lost Woods, but then the hint in DC immediately telling us that Target in the Woods is dead.
Yeah.
So that slingshot doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, it doesn't mean much unless something is on Goma, and then it still doesn't really matter to us, but the game thinks it matters. Yeah. So we'll see. Looks like Baltier's going to show us. Graveyard. Okay.
Well, we got Asaria's song in Graveyard.
Which...
pretty much.
Yeah. Could matter.
It's a thing.
It's not the choose.
Wasn't the Shield Grave? Was that the small chest?
Shield Grave was our ice arrows.
Ice arrow. Oh, dude. Blue fire. Bongo and Logic. Jokes keep on coming. And then
Kokiri Forest Stillwave, the hero.
Alright, so we'll need to pay attention and see if we get a third one, because I saw that Midos had a scale. I didn't see what the other big chest had. So I'm sure chat will let us know.
Elpier has a strength.
Oh, there's a strength.
So.
Oh, okay. Strength is the ultimate, like... It locks so much logically, but not a lot actually. So it's just kind of, okay, that's just like 3 dungeons right there.
Yeah, especially with, 3 of our medallions, it looks like, have potential strength implications. And it's like, okay, Shadow, you don't actually need a strength. We're not concerned about that. We're
Shadow and Fire, you can.
Yep. We're concerned about light arrows being in light trial.
Yeah.
What a strength is hinted way of the hero.
Yeah. But
Ooh, big chest.
It's a wallet.
Oh, a wallet.
Because for both Shadow and Fire, it depends on the key placement. Like, if there's nothing in the Crusher room on top, then Strength is not required. But, like, are you really going to be thinking about that right now? Like, oh god, what if there's no keys there? And then what if the boss key in Fire is early, and then it's Strength 3 for Light Trial?
Yeah, and then, you don't start getting concerned until you find a second Strength in a way of the hero location.
Wait, do they? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, never mind. So fire's a stone. No, forest you absolutely need strength for. So no, we're not thinking about that at all. Then sorry, I was reading the medallions wrong.
No, we're not really thinking about that. It's water and shadow are what I were referring to.
Oh yeah, okay.
There's a chance that it matters. There's a chance it's hard required for water. We will not know, but as we know, water key logic is. It's one of the simpler dungeon key logics, but it's also like, but I also only need 2 keys, and you expect me to have 5. Oh, and another bow. Okay.
Oh, is that a bow in Deku?
Yep.
Dang. The 2 bows are child locked.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of mean.
That is kind of mean.
There'll be a third one on KD, just you watch. Mr. Kevin Durant. You follow basketball at all?
I don't. Like, okay. I know who you are referring to, but I'm sorry, chat. My very unpopular sports opinion is that basketball and soccer are terrible.
Ooh, scathing.
Like, just
do you know
awful.
Who I'm referring to when I refer to the 2019 NBA World Champions?
No.
That's silence. That would be the Toronto Raptors, of course.
Of course, it's the Raptors.
It is. Of course it is. See, look. What did I tell you? There's a bow on King Dodongo.
I mean, in Shop Sanity, they could probably buy themselves a bow, but this isn't that.
King
Axel
Dead
Ryman asking who doesn't care about sports ball. And I mean, I think Vidya and I can say, I mean, the balls are less important than the sports because, like, hockey is back.
It's all about sports puck.
It's all about sports puck.
The Leafs game starts in 45 minutes. It's all downhill from there. The commentary's going to get so off track. We'll at least have you for another hour, and then the Wild start playing. It's like, oh no.
I know. It was like, ooh, it's a good thing we're on ZSR 4.
Yeah, we can just talk about whatever we want. I happen to know... Go ahead.
We're inevitably gonna end up with like quadruple forest, and then no one's gonna be upset.
Yeah. So, on the topic of hockey, for multi-world, there are 3 days we got to avoid. And it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, because that's when Czech Rays is playing hockey. So, that's...
Beer league? Beer league?
Yeah, he's in a beer league, yeah.
Let's go beer league.
And it got me thinking, what if we had to assemble, like, a first line of hockey players that's just OoT players?
Ooh, what
like,
the
obviously we have What the Hells, we have Czech Rays. Beyond that, I don't know.
Gosh, I know there's at least one. There are some people who I know how to skate at minimum. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they know how to play hockey is kind of. Like me, for example, I know how to skate, and I can sort of play this game.
All right, we'll put you in net.
Yeah, there we go. I'm a great goalie. Me and floor hockey. I am the best goalie you could have. Little knee hockey.
We'll throw down in some mini sticks.
Let's
go. Matt's gonna die. Matt's gonna die in the maze.
Matt, no. Oh, boomerang. Okay, spicy.
Then we got some steel-toed Tims in the maze. And then it looks like that's a Timberlands. Okay, intentional death warp there.
Yes, this was intended.
Damaging on purpose.
Yep. And then there was a boomerang on Bomchu Bowling here.
Very nice.
And Baltier is an adult, gonna check that Minuet song.
We'll see what it is. Hopefully something nice and not like Saria's. Not Saria, sorry. That's Sun's.
Ooh. Okay, Sun Song, no, but Graveyard is a Way of the Hero location, and thus far we only have Saria's, which it doesn't make a very compelling argument, but...
Yeah, it's weird because at this point I'm really thinking about Composer Flames, especially with Magic just right there, so...
That's true.
It's a little scary, but that means you still don't have a fire source, so you're definitely going to think about maybe I should just go back Child and check it then. And then you get Dompe out of the way at the same time. It's not bad.
And that's what we see Narcotic doing. I would assume Narcotic's going to end up routing this the way Baltier did.
We did see sorry.
River is way. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. I did say it would be unhinted, so I was wrong on that aspect. But
good on these guys for checking the Medigore on hint to get that information. Yep. A lot of people skip over that one just because it takes 4 explosives. It's so bad.
Yep. And I mean, we will see how exactly that pays out depending on what is in River.
Right.
If it's something that's kind of ambiguous, having that info's big.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, opting to play Sarias instead of skip over Mido.
This guy's a wiener. Big wiener.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was just for you. Just fodder for you.
Oh, there's the hook. Crater Wall.
Ooh, we like that.
I would have thought that... I mean, I've always believed that doing Mido skip is faster than playing Saria Song, even if you don't have a projectile. But Also, by the way, I just want to point out that Matt hesitated there in the scrub grotto because he's so multi-worlded out of his mind. He's like, I gotta do the scrubs.
Like, I gotta do both scrubs. You don't gotta do both scrubs.
And the only reason I know that is because I'm doing that too right now. Like, anytime I play a standard seed, it's like, oh, I can't check the scrubs.
I kind of like scrubs being on personally, just because it's like, okay, it gives me a little more to work with, a little more excuse for why I'm so bad at routing this.
I think it's a weird kind of double-edged sword because certainly it gives power to areas that might need it, but it also gives a lot more power to storms, which is already one of the most powerful non-warp songs. So
yeah, but you gotta work. You gotta work to get to all of the storms grottos.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like, just depends on your warp songs.
We've been asked a question, Vidya. Does the world exist outside of a hockey stadium?
Not when I'm in it.
It depends on which hockey stadium for me, because there are some just atrocious hockey stadiums, but pretty much if I'm in a hockey stadium and I have hockey to watch.
Speaking of storms, there it is in Crater.
Woo, storms!
So I'm sure, looks like Matt's gonna go back and do Goron City stuff.
Yep.
He probably was avoiding Crater earlier just because he didn't see the hook shot.
Yeah.
But I would hope that he's gonna go do it now. Meanwhile, looks like Baltier is going for Saria's song. I for some reason I thought he was gonna be checking Sunsgrave. Did he skip over it, or what's going on here?
I just don't think he went there yet.
Okay.
Because he also didn't do Dompe Race on the way in,
okay.
So
Probably just doing it backwards.
yeah.
Desert Colossus Wath?
Colossus. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
That sucks.
Is Matt just going ice right now?
I mean...
Oh no, river. Sorry.
There's like, no bottle, but there's apparently something... Oh, is that letter?
Cool setup, Matt.
I have never seen that setup. Did you teach him that?
No, I do the setup that everybody else does.
And that is, per Tobias's tradition, Rudo's letter. And, I mean, Jabu is required, so that is a pretty unambiguous way of the hero.
Yep, of course.
So it didn't need to be
available.
It didn't need to be hinted game.
Yep.
Yeah, what does Jabu have?
It's probably got nothing.
Think it's got nothing? Really? All of Jabu available so early?
Yeah, all 4 checks. That's one Midos house that takes 7 minutes. It's great.
But required. Nah, I think... I don't know. What bullshit could be in there?
Yeah,
Hammer? Maybe Hammer? Just to really make us hate everything?
Yeah, of course. So, looks like Matt's going to be missing out on that hook shot. I don't know. I guess Volk has it. Anybody else have it? No. Okay, so I think Volk might be the only one with that hook for a while. Which... Did he get the bow? No, he hasn't gone child yet, so he doesn't. Otherwise,
no.
Forest would be available right away, but...
Yeah, and I mean, I think Baltier probably is in the best position to go get that hook shot as well.
Yeah, certainly. Oh, yo, the C-up setup? For Mido skip? Wow.
I mean,
this would be really cool if it worked.
This is what I do.
Homie, you have hook shot, just... There you go. There you go, champ.
There we go. Hopping over. I don't know, checking child spawn, playing Prelude, saying, nah. So, one thing, honestly, I think once you finish kind of these opening plays, actually go GTG. We have not yet talked about the fact that GTG is like all available right now. We have a hook shot, we have well, a strength doesn't really matter, but we have Song of Time, we have irons, we have a bow.
Yeah, I mean, with all this progression in front of you, it's easy to look at it and say,
rush that crash. But yeah, I mean, Jabu and Forest both available.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think any of these three people have all three of strength, hook shot, bow, but it's gonna happen pretty soon, I think.
You see what your teammate just did?
Did he miss one?
Yeah. The very last one.
Dude, Red 2 is hard. It's tricky, right?
Yeah, no.
You have the visual cue for the first red wave, but that's it.
I hate the blues more, personally. Not
oh my god!
Game. He got that? What?
Fucking clutch box over here. Jesus Christ.
No way. What are hitboxes? There is no way he hit those 2 rupees. I call bullshit.
This guy probably thinks he has the biggest dick right now.
That feels like it was a glitch. Devs, patch that.
No, it's fine. Right, what's this hit? Market Wath again. Yeah, I think we've seen that already.
For that boomerang that we need.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What else could it be?
It might be for the boomerang, folks. Where were the irons?
Irons?
Oh, the maze.
They were in the maze.
Yeah, Thoron City maze.
That's interesting. You're looking at 4 medallions able to be cleared. Oh, nice lens.
Lens, let's go.
That would make the Market Wath super hype if you didn't already have the boomerang.
Right.
But I'm sure Matt's going to go check that anyway, just because if it's nighttime, he can read it in.
It's night. Get your guesses in chat. I'm going to go with... I'm going with a little shake-up.
There. That's what we need right there.
Gotta steal some cash. It's not that box. There we go. Oh, did you already take it? Let's see. So who went up river? It was I don't know, correct? So
yes,
you can
he
just
did.
Go do Jabu in this child segment.
Yep. I think he and Narcotic are the two who know that River is Wath. But it looks like maybe Narcotic is trying to hold out and see if he can eke a Storms from one of the child songs before doing it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, as child, if you're going upriver knowing that it's Way of the Hero, it doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
And having Boomerang, you don't even need the chicken.
Alright, so the question is, what's Matt going to do to get out of here? Is he going to... The only save warp, or the only warp song he has is Prelude.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Save quit. I mean...
He's going to save quit, and then... Oh, then he could just... Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he knows his spawn, but, I mean, you're close enough. You just jump down into the lake, take the owl. I don't think it's the end of the world.
No, you get it. You take the shortcut to Domain and then do Jabu.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Jabu's available for him. Jump into the river, take the shortcut then.
Yep. But then Lens minigame. Lens mini... Oh, he needs money.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
right, Sunsong.
He's got Sunsong. So, a fun fact, chat, in case you've never known this, we don't see the trackers unless we pull them up. We just see the runner's personal trackers. And Matt has failed to mark, I think, both letter and Sunsong.
He's also got a mouse cursor on his tracker.
Which is trash. Always makes me mad.
guy sucks. I think he's just saying screw it to the
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. I don't, because I disagree. I understand why people kind of poo-poo the meta of full clear your way of the heroes, but I disagree with bailing on something that's as easy to do. I know it sucks, but you know your save warp anyway.
I don't think Matt knows what the save warp is yet, but
Matt definitely
more so it's just
save warp.
okay. But it is pretty time consuming though to do all of Len's minigame once you already know you have the boomerang.
Yeah, I know. It's not great. And our first Saria song check, Skull Kid, was Kokiri Sword.
Oh, there you go.
Which is meaningless in these settings.
Hold on, I need the infamous Boo copy pasta.
So we'll see if Dancing Zad has anything. Otherwise, we need something else from the graveyard.
Yep. There you go.
What is just a normal area? No, that's not true. It's not true.
Absolutely true, and you know it. You know it, Melqui.
I disagree. I'm gonna stick with my full clear your way of the heroes. Especially if it's way of the hero. If it's a path location, fine.
The hook shot was on Crater Wall.
Yes.
And no sign of Bolero yet, so you just kind of have to rely on your raw gamer intuition to go check Crater on your own.
Yep. That is King Dodongo, King Dead Gongo? Dedge,
as they say.
King Dead Go, Dedge. I don't know.
Yep. So, looking like Matt and Volk are both... I haven't seen... Does Volk have the song from... No, it doesn't.
Which song?
The Lon Lon song?
No.
No, okay. So, Baltier might be our next gamer to get the hook shot. So he's on the way to the whole crater area.
Yeah, and I mean... Honestly... Do you just go do Forest?
If you have all three, like, with
and
Minuet...
you have Minuet, you know it unlocks a song.
It is Forest Med, so, like, I mean, when else is a good time to do it? Do your progression. That's all I can say.
Yep, do your progression, and, like, you have a scale, it's easy enough to get into River.
Oh, hover boots.
Oh. Okay, so Saria's is, in fact... a way of the hero.
Guess that solves the mystery of the Graveyard Wath.
The Graveyard Wath resolved. Yeah, I mean, I know people get kind of weird discussing Path versus Wath. I prefer Path because I think it's more interesting as a viewer.
There's certainly more brain work involved, but you just have to look at Paths as a Wath with more details. That's all it is.
Yeah, like a little more direction.
But
and you've got to get a little creative sometimes thinking about what it is saying.
There's definitely points where Paths reach into the deepest, darkest ass cracks of the logic in this game. So you definitely have to put your thinking cap on. But if you want to be super unga bunga about it, you can just say, okay, it's just a Wath. That's all I need to look at. There's just a good item here. And if I can't figure it out, then we'll just move on and do other stuff.
Yeah.
But
and I feel like half the time it's retrospect that you realize what exactly something's way of hero or path for anyway.
Absolutely. There are definitely multiple instances where I'm just like, I need to think back, and then once I see what the items actually are at the end, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense, but I would have never thought about that on my own.
I would say the one thing that I am always suspicious of is logical access to Sacred Forest Meadow. If I can find a way the seed is being dumb to get me into forest, then I'm like, screw you. I already jumped over the nerd.
There's always the risk with like slingshot and wallets.
Yep.
Stuff like that. There's definitely a lot more potential for bait. But
tunics in general, yeah.
It's kind of your job as the runner to be diligent and know what can and can't be required for those path areas and do your best to prioritize based on that.
And Necrotic headed into River, wants that info. I'm curious if he even goes down River, but he's got Storms and his child, so...
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely... Well, yeah. I mean, again, it's progression, so you definitely want to go get the chicken. Or actually, yeah, you should use the boomerang, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want the chicken.
About this.
You're like, I am just getting that with this boomerang. How that is supposed to be intuitive, I don't know, in like the vanilla game mechanics, but that's not a discussion for here in today, chat. Okay,
Matt and I were talking about this earlier today, actually. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We were having a conversation earlier when we were doing multi-world practice, and we're wondering, getting into Jabu, like let's say you just want to check boomerang chests, is it in logic to just be able to throw a bomb on the first switch, like in the first room of Jabu, or do you need like a slingshot or boomerang? Anybody know? Any logic nerds in chat know?
I'm pretty sure it's sling specific, but...
Sling specific? Okay. Oh, Tobias is gonna...
But I guess I don't know... I don't know. Yeah. Thanks, Tobias.
With bombs, because bombs means that you can buy bomb shoes, and then you just throw a shoe, and then that's easy as that. Okay.
Sure.
Because Matt did it. We were like trying to explain it. I guess he's never done the bomb throw, and then he goes and does it, gets it first try, and says, "Oh yeah, that's pretty easy. That's probably in logic." Like that's the metric under which something is or isn't in logic. Is can I do this first try?
I mean, by that logic, like, KZ skip is in logic, and B1 is not.
You just do sun skip. It's easy every time.
But yeah, I mean, it could very well be like the rooms in Child Climb where it's like, okay, you need a projectile, and bombs count.
Yeah.
Even though... the number of times I would kill myself in this game trying to hit that switch with bombs and no slingshot. It's uncountable.
It's a little deceptive, yeah. When you're supposed to throw the bomb. Graveyard Wasp for narcotic. I've already figured out. He's already got the hover boots, so hopefully he puts 2 and 2 together.
Can use projectile.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait,
so
I'm sorry. Bombs aren't logical for Child Spirit. That's right. Not the bridge switch, but the actual room that you can get in as both child and adult. Bombs qualify.
Yeah, but Child Spirit referring specifically to...
Yeah, I thought I said Child Climb, sorry. I was specifically referring to Child Climb Room, which I know bombs count.
I guess you do need, so it's not bombs logical for boomerang chest? Very cool. Oh, here's a big chest in forest. Yeah, wallet.
That wallet, mostly meaningless.
So I think now Matt, fortunately he's lacking on bombs, but I think he has a clear path over to Jabu as well.
Yeah, I think so. And you don't you don't need bombs coming from this direction. I also think he has a bomb chew or two left.
He does have chews, yeah. Valtier is in Forest, and I guess Volk is on his way to do Jabu as well.
Yeah.
Assuming he's gonna get the litter here.
Yeah. I hate Jabu, so watching 3 of our runners be in Jabu at the same time is gonna be really disgusting for me.
Hey, at least you can look at the Forest Temple on the 4th screen. That's much better, right?
Yeah, let's go. I like Forest. Like, I understand why it sucks in Rando, but the design of Forest is nice to me. I enjoy the music, the vibe. Vibin'.
Alright.
And we had a, like, French vanilla scale on child fishing.
Isn't that... Yeah. What's the reward for child fishing in vanilla? Is that just a heart piece?
Just a heart piece. Because you're definitely supposed to get your silver scale from the diving game in Domain, and then Adult. Yeah. Sees the Forest Temple through the trees. Yeah, no, I mean, again, I understand Forest and Shadow are, like, my favorite dungeons to be in. I enjoy the design of them and the mechanics of them. I just understand why it's really boring in Rando.
I too enjoy straight lines. But yeah,
What?
I don't know. It's nice because, like, you can kind of just shut your brain off and just go through them and not really have to think too much. And it's also a nice break if there's some weird logical thing that you're not too sure about, you can kind of give yourself that 15-minute buffer to let your brain process it while you do the motions.
Exactly. And, like, going through the motions, I might have said hurt container, but if I did, I was just referring to Ocarina of Time Randomizer in general.
Of course. It's just the Midwestern accent coming out.
It's the Midwestern accent. Ask me how I say bag.
Big.
Big.
Are you one of the... Because I know this is, like, only some parts of the Midwest, but some parts of the Midwest say the word both with an L in it. They say both, which I think is really fun. Both.
Both?
B-O-L-T-H is how they pronounce it? Yeah. Both.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it with an L. I
don't hear it.
Both. But I am 100% guilty of the for sure.
For sure.
For sure. And oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, for sure is definitely, I would say, my most guilty Midwestern accent. But it's also hard to know sometimes what I am forgetting.
It's a very interesting Forest Temple route from Balthier. Oh, big chest and Jabu. Just like shot.
I thought for sure it was gonna end up being her. Damn it. Game!
There's also a big chest in the well, the Forest Temple well, but Balthier's route means he hasn't checked it yet, so.
Well, why? You have irons. Come on. Let's walk over.
Uh-oh.
It sounds very Ottawa. Yeah.
Ottawa.
Yeah, I mean, I don't live very far from the Canadian border. It's not a surprise to me that there's some overlap.
Matt Murray's out 4 weeks? Oh my god. So sad. Riley just messaged me whelp. Riley just messaged me whelp, and I knew something was up. There's the hammer.
The last thing Vidya said to me this afternoon, before we hopped into the commentary booth, was Matt Murray is injured.
Yeah. So sad. Press
So
1
here we
in
are.
chat if you know who Matt Worry is. Press 1. Nobody's gonna press 1.
F's in
But-
chat for Vidya and Matt.
Alright. Era of the Samsonov, am I right? Anyway, there's a hammer in Forest. That's
Oh,
pretty
it was
cool, I
in
guess.
Forest? Damn,
Yeah.
so close. So close. It was while everyone else was in Jabu, at least. I mean, is that... We just need a strength and all of GTG is in logic. Just saying.
Just 1 strength and yeah, we can do everything.
Clear that out.
And then it just becomes, as soon as you're at a progression, it just becomes the best area to go to.
Yeah, and I mean, they can clear out all of water if they pick up their hovers, which a couple of them have.
Yeah, but water is also 4 checks, so it's like Jabu.
Yeah,
Which
but
you
it's
turn a
progression.
7
You just said do your progression.
Yeah, but do they have Saren? Ah, they have a save warp. Okay, yeah, maybe water's cool.
Y'all, you hear what I have to deal with here?
The issue, okay, here's the difference though. Here's the difference though, is as soon as you find your boss key, then water's not progression anymore. And then
You're
it just
right.
becomes 4 very slow checks, whereas Jabu you have to kind of do everything anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
So until you find a long shot, I'm not sure it's the best idea in the world. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a losing play to go to water and find the boss key, and maybe you find something on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, all right, what can we do? Because our options for Shadow are none. You know that you need to cross because it's probably just Nocturne out at Desert Colossus, which is a way of the hero. And we don't
That's
have
true.
Dins yet, so like, just maybe do water in GTG after these dungeons. Because
Maybe crossing is the best idea then, after you're done with Jabu. I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't have Hook, then it's a lot better, but...
Yeah. And honestly, for the runners that have not picked up that hook shot yet, like, again, maybe doing hookless GTG into crossing is something that's, I don't want to say compelling, but on your mind. Because if you have misidentified that hook shot, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think any of them have really been to Crater yet. They've all gone Goron City, but they didn't go any further because if you don't have that hook shot, then Crater's just like 2 checks. It's not that great.
Did Baltier get storms or no? Bailed after the hook shot.
I have no idea. There's another big
Ooh,
chest here in
big
Forest.
chest? Is it our other slingshot, or do we have them all?
I don't know.
Ew.
Frog Champ.
Do we have a big Goron hint yet?
I don't think so. Really makes you think.
Frog champ. Very dead. Oh, big Goron.
How was that? That's Volk's first slingshot. He hasn't gone Lost Woods yet. Pretty funny.
Which, I mean, I would say that only sucks for Volk because stick management is annoying.
Yeah.
And having Kokiri Sword is just a quality of life in these settings. It's one less thing that you have to think about.
Yeah. Luckily, he has it for Boomerang Room, so
Yeah.
he's at least able to shoot these guys down if he wants. Or he's just going to blow his sticks because he's got some to spare. That's okay, too.
Ooh. Okay, Narcotic. Missing the timing a little bit here because Baronade is bad.
Unfortunate.
Here you go. This is your chance. No.
Does give our other runners a little bit of
There
time to catch up.
Yep. And Baronade is so interesting because there are backups to get your like timing and your rhythm back. But it's just it's so tilting.
Yeah, if you don't get it right
have
away.
to think about.
I like how you can definitely see between, I don't know, in bulk, you can see how different Jabu looks on emulator versus VC.
Versus VC.
Every time I play multi-world, I get into Jabu, I'm like, oh my god, it's so red. I can't process it.
I know. It's so nasty. Like, it was bad enough originally, and now it's really bad, and I hate it. Alright, boss key there on the checkerboard room. So, 2 more items. And then 1 forest is down.
Yep. 3 more to go.
And we might avoid even double forest, depending on when Narcotic and, I don't know, find their hook shots.
Hard to say.
Because I would assume that's where Volk goes next. Okay, we actually have a lot available to us sub-hour. It'll be pretty close, probably just after the hour mark, but Altier's gonna have 4 medallions.
Yep,
certainly. Like 115, solidly.
He has Rudos? No, he doesn't. At least not tracked.
No, I don't believe he knows that River is Way of the Hero yet, but
okay.
So, I mean, there's a chance that he puts that off for a while. Doesn't have the boomerang yet. I forgot that too. So, it's possible his path to Jabu is going to be behind crossing, potentially GTG, potentially even water, depending on what we find along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was the Fire Foolish hint? Because that could hurt him as well.
I do not remember.
Having that hammer.
Whee!
Whee!
Alright, what's the best thing to do on the spikes there? Like, I see a lot of people shield ride it, and I usually try to go for a mega flip, just to flex, and usually I fail.
I don't do anything in that room except rejoice that the Octo died earlier than 3 minutes later after I enter the room.
There you go.
Because for whatever reason, I know it's just RNG having it turn around on you, but I have really bad RNG. Volk. Skipping box skip. Solid choice.
Skip. Matt's gonna go for it because he's a tryhard. Just watch.
Narcotic gonna show us a lab dive with that gold scale. Planting a bean here does not have that hook shot, so it makes sense.
Yep, might as well.
Yep. Okay, so free Scarecrow versus having to route in, setting up Scarecrow. Where do we lie?
For standard, definitely don't give free Scarecrow. I was gonna say, for every time Matt misses box skip, I'm gonna take a shot, but...
Ooh, don't do that to me.
He missed the boomerang throw, though, so... That's one. We'll call it one.
That's one. Scale, not Way of the Hero. Thanks, chat. Meanwhile, one forest getting very close to done, and most of our Jabus close to done, and Matt getting third try?
Well, kind of second try, because he got hit by the jellyfish when he was setting up the second time.
Okay, so kind of, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yes, drink responsibly, chat. Vidya and I will not be practicing what we preach.
Do as I say, not as I do. Or do as I do. I'm not going to be your parent.
Yeah.
I'm not your mom.
Do whatever is best for you. I do have water.
I'm going to go get more coffee.
What are you putting in the coffee? What do we think Vidya is putting in the coffee, chat? Ooh! Alright. Silver's there on Phantom Ganon. Is a spicy development. And we are seeing Southfield from Narcotic. Nothing really, but Fire Temple, Foolish, the copy is there. So Baltier has access to both the Prelude song and the Burning Cack song. I wouldn't be too surprised if he goes and picks up that song before making a decision. I think Epona's was hinted somewhere. I don't quite know where. Did we see Kokiri Forest Storms? Did Volk just, like, blow right past that? Checking what the Valley has in store for us. Still nothing. Just some cash. But, you know what? Has the nice rupees.
You find a strength too?
Yes. On Phantom Ganon.
Damn, that Forest Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yet another example of why doing progression is good. Sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, Spirit is a stone. We don't need Serenade, but there could easily be something there. It doesn't really... Unless there is something in the Silver Block room in GTG, and Baltier is child, so not rushing that. It
certainly makes GG more appealing, though.
Yeah. It's just kind of hard to gauge, because it's not like the other runners aren't getting that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Volk, who has that hook shot. It's just what kind of time advantage can you kind of parlay that into?
Right.
If there is something there. Here's gonna be Boomerang for Baltier.
I guess now it's a question of, will he go rivers soon on his own volition? Or is this going to be...
So, I feel like... I don't know how aggressive this reads to other people, but he skipped the song in Crater and skipped the song on Burning Cack now. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Wait, what? Really? I thought he got Storms. Who got Storms? Was it not Baltier?
Volk. Volk has Storms.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Narcotic falling... falling in the Sacred Forest Meadow Maze.
This is not good.
This is not good, yep.
He just says, no, fuck it.
Yep. Which is very unfortunate because he has hovers. Not a... It's not an indication by any means that you won't fall, because God knows, sometimes Link just has a mind of his own. There are the hovers for Volk. And we are seeing Narcotic at least dip into GTG here.
Either that or he's crossing.
Could be crossing.
Yeah, for the...
Yep. At minimum, getting the card.
But likely doing GTG.
At least, like, lobby in the first couple rooms, right?
Especially with CSMC, you want to look the maze.
Yeah. Just peek in. It's quick.
Yeah. I completely forgot that Storms is in the mix too. So I'm interested to see if Well ends up being significant.
Yeah, and I mean, I just kind of wonder, again, having Burning Cack available and not picking up that song to get an idea, even if it's, I don't know. Yeah.
That's true. You do have...
I suppose when you have a Desert Colossus Wave the hero and you know where your Serenade is, you're like, it's just Bolero. It's still convenient, you know?
Could it not be... is Nocturne hinted?
No, it's just that Desert Colossus is hinted Wave the hero.
Right, so it's probably Nocturne, right?
So it's probably Nocturne.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying Nocturne check is Bolero. I got it.
Yes. Nocturne check is probably Bolero.
Alright. Bulk is skipping? Does he not have storms? I thought he did.
Bulk has storms marked. A big Goron sword.
So
Not necessary, but nice.
I'm pretty sure Volk just skipped DMT storms, unless he's already checked it.
I don't think so. I think Volk has forgotten he picked up storms, to be honest.
Interesting. Matt getting owned by the Bombiwa hitbox, as is tradition.
Alright, just a heart here, and one key. Doesn't look like anything interesting in the maze.
Can't see anything so far.
Not picking up that key. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, if you
If you don't even get to the middle, like, yeah. What's the point, but...
Yeah, and I'm interested, again, to see what the Kiri Forest Storms Grotto is. Because, as mentioned earlier, that strength and forest. But the thing is that strength is strength locked, so...
Yes. We are seeing treasure chest games, so get your guesses in real quick.
Boy. Left, 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 left. Oh, I'm already wrong.
No! What? I was also going lefts. We suck. Right. Alright, Phoenix still in. Is my original guess gonna be right? I'm gonna be mad. Oh. My original guess is accurate so far. Well, aw. Dang. Well, rip chat. But yes, happy 1 hour, everyone. Give our runners a follow. Narcotic, I don't know, Baltier, and Volk putting on a good show for us. And, I mean, I'm enjoying this, so... If you're not, that's a you problem, chat. Our trackers today. Maybe. Bot. Thank you. Shanik, Making Merry, and Vila. Making Merry pulling double duty, so give them a little extra love. Give them a follow. Tobias. Follow them twice. Our restreamer today is Tobias, who is up way too late for this because we convinced him to drink coffee way too late in the day.
He said he was drinking decaf. What the heck?
Yeah, and then he was like, oh, the NA Weekly needs a restreamer. And Vidya, thanks for joining me on comms today.
Hi.
And chat, thanks for being here on ZeldaSpeedRuns 4. Just can't.
Alright, so we got Narcotic Crossing. This is, yeah, this is in logic. So...
Yes. Crossing is in logic.
Yeah.
You stayed with decaf?
I think so. Volk might make his way over to Forest now as well.
Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense for Volk. Because, again, it opens up 2 songs.
Yep.
We know it's gonna open up more than that, but...
Let's see.
Yeah,
Foolish Fire Temple, GTG.
GTG, Spirit.
Eh.
I mean, imagine that it's actually Requiem out here. For some reason.
I mean, that just means that...
You're going Child Spirit. Oh!
Hey, hookshot. That is the other hookshot.
That is a Way of the Hero, folks. That's not a song Way of the Hero.
Alright, so Bolero in Wasteland possible?
Yeah, yeah.
And that might just get your long shot right there. That's, that just means we need Shadow for access to Ganons.
Yep.
Which is what, just Dins at this point? Yeah, we just need Dins, and we're in glow mode. Or,
Dins and Nocturne, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, all the songs are available.
All the songs are accessible, yeah.
Yeah.
Narcotic getting the other Epona hint. There. Excuse me. Nothing on Composer Grave Torches, which I think we saw already, but. And. What song? Nothing?
Hey, put that ocarina away. What are you doing?
Excuse me? We want to know the song, sir.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And it's
it's
Nocturne.
Alright, so there you go, just Dins.
Just Dins.
And depending on this Dins location, this has the potential to be very fast.
Yeah. Potential. Not sure yet. Because, again, depending on... Like, we know Volk and Baltier are getting that hookshot and that Nocturne.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When, I don't know, and Narcotic get the other hookshot, if they have misidentified it, could be bad.
I think Matt's going for Crater right now. He has hovers now, so he might as well check the song.
Yeah.
Matt, it's not multi-world, Matt. That's the scrubs.
That's the wrong way.
You can't even get those scrubs as an adult. What are you doing?
Oh, Matt.
Poor guy. Need to get this guy some ecstasy or something.
Woo. Well, you know what? He's on the right path now, which is good because, like, the worst thing about knowing that Fire Temple is foolish, that hammer is not a very compelling reason to go back to Crater.
Certainly not.
But the song is.
Stormies.
Do we have all of our, Watts?
Forest DC.
Wait, Forest
River.
is a Way of the Hero?
Sorry, Kokiri Forest.
Oh,
not
Kokiri Forest. I was like, what? I missed
DC, River, Graveyard, Market. Okay. Yeah, we have all 5.
Okay. That kind of sucks, but it's fine.
Kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Just means that it's casino for Dins.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll use the term casino lightly here. There is a lot available still. Can you imagine Dins just hanging out in Water Temple?
Yeah. It basically means, at this point, I see there's kind of a 3-way choice once you're done with Jabu and Forest. Yeah. You can either do GTG, you can do Well, or you can do Spirit. Those are your 3 best plays by far. And if Dins isn't in one of those places, then we're probably not seeing anybody finish for a while.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I would... if you are in the position where you have silvers when you're crossing, I don't think it's a bad idea to just dip in.
Yeah, especially when you don't have Requiem. Like, you crossed all that way, and you get long shot and you get Nocturne, but you don't really have much else. That doesn't get you too much if you already have the hook shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I can't blame Narcotic for warping out because that was his hook and not his long shot.
Yeah, and like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you have Forest right there.
Yeah, you don't have your silvers, you don't have long shot. It makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Belt, you're buying a bean on the off chance that Colossus has something on the arch, which it doesn't, but... And I don't know actually going to show us these storms checks that Volk just kind of walked by.
Yeah. This makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Oh, big chest.
Ooh.
And there's a Fire Foolish.
Uh-oh.
No, just double defense. Wait, we already have that. Volk did do it. Okay.
Volk did do that. I was like, wait, we already had the Fire Foolish copy was in field, so... Alright. Volk has not just forsaken Storm's checks. Everything's fine.
Yep.
And here is Triple Forest, so now we are going to talk about hockey.
Woo! The game is about to start.
Yeah, let's go!
So... here's
one of the... Oh, go ahead.
No, here's the secret about hockey games. It says it's billed for a 7 p.m. start. No, it's going to be at least 7:15 by the time the puck drops.
At least 20 minutes after, especially if it's a Canadian game and they gotta play both anthems.
What do you mean? This is a solo Canadian game.
I was like, is it all Canadians? No. Okay, no American anthem for that one, but the Canadians Caps game that starts at the same time.
Yeah.
That's starting on the half hour.
Taking a look. Yeah, they're doing the national anthem, so we'll start soon.
Soon, TM. You know, Cations, that is a great question. Which is more reliable at an accurate start? Hockey game or the NA Ooter Weekly?
Hey, we can't blame the players today. They were already on time.
They were. That was pretty good.
It's a rare occurrence.
Imagine. We love our runners, chat.
I don't like Matt. That guy's a wiener. The rest are okay.
My understanding is that Matt skipped Dodongo's Cavern today.
No, I skipped Dodongo's Cavern today.
Okay.
Listen, it was a stone. I had so much progression to do. We read a path hint wrong, and we thought we could cross it off. That's what happened.
Full clear your path locations? Is that
no, it was not an instance of that at all. We were looking for one item that was we had a path to Bongo. We're looking for Dins. We read it wrong. We forgot about that pesky slingshot for clearing Deku.
Ew, disgusting. Trash. There are too many slingshots in this game.
Multiworld, there's 9.
I said it. Too many slingshots.
Oh, are you about to see the birth of one sling? Taking inspo from MMR ideas?
I mean, but like really, remove 2 of them. Especially if you've got size and texture or a combination of those on.
All that's gonna do is make it so there's so many more bait paths for Deku though. Because if there's no multiple slingshots available, then that one is gonna be Woth all the time.
I know, and then you just go, alright, it's another boomerang.
Yeah.
My Kokiri swords to get me in.
Oh good, the hockey game started. I can look away from the Triple Forest.
Triple Forest. I mean, let's just appreciate the sync between Narcotic and Volk right now. Like, that was nice.
Yeah. Pretty satisfying.
Just make slingshots not major items. There you go. Just put B1 skip in logic.
Yeah, let's just everything's in logic. No logic.
Everything's in logic. Choose in logic.
Really gonna start this movement for my glitch logic addiction.
I mean, the DDR monthly race was today, right?
Yes, it was. And I was busy.
Watching hockey.
No, I was practicing multi-worlds.
Oh,
Leave me alone.
that's right. You were practicing multi-world.
I was being a good boy.
I won't ask what being a bad boy in this context is, but
watching hockey instead of practicing for a tournament where you have friends who rely on you to do well so that you win the tournament and feel better about yourself for 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love feeling better about myself for 5 minutes. It's the best thing.
Forest Friars.
No. Guarantee that it was not. Because, as we know, it would be forest sages.
Of course.
Per the canon. I appreciate the joke, but I also don't. That's where I'm at right now. Sorry, Axel.
So who ended it? Who entered Forest first? Is it Narcotic or Volk?
I'm pretty sure it was Narcotic.
Yeah, you're right. They crossed.
And Volk is just kind of... I mean, this is one of those very interesting things. They were nearly synced up, and it's hard to tell if it was just, like, minor execution things, if it's just their emulator is running a little slower or a little faster.
Yeah. There's little differences that you can't be too much like, oh, you know, Narcotic is ahead by like 10 seconds, so clearly you can see the execution difference paying off. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, just I have to think about what the plays are after this. Narcotic is going to be, I think, the most interesting player to watch after Forest is done because if they don't go Crater, they could be hunting for that hookshot for a while, and then they don't have Storbs, so well isn't an option to them.
Yeah. I think Narcotic goes song hunting just a little bit.
Right.
And having that hookshot Crater is available. Having Hammer Crater is more appealing, even with Fire Foolish.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. Hey, Hell Knight. Welcome in. Sorry I missed your message earlier. We're mostly trying to get through Triple Forest here.
Yeah. With our sanity intact. It's harder than you might think.
Yeah, I mean... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hockey games on right now.
5? Oh my god.
Yep. Red Wings, Devils, Senators, Leafs, Coyotes, Bruins, Habs, Caps.
Coyotes, Bruins. Come on, go
Okay,
Coyotes.
There's 4. There's 4 games on right now. And then Lightning, Penguins. Lightning, Penguins.
Oh wait, is that Coyotes game? Is that in the Coyotes arena? Because if so, I need to see that. Oh.
It's bad Caps. I want to see the college arena they're playing.
Seats 5,000.
5,000 folks.
That's like grand finals of season 5.
2,000 viewers. Oh god, I hope there weren't that many viewers.
Does anyone know? I know last season of MMR got like 1,000.
Yeah. I believe it was somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 live.
Okay.
I don't know. I try not to look at how many people are watching because I prefer not to think about the number of people listening to the bullshit I am spewing constantly. So, sorry chat. I have no idea how many of you there are ever, and it's best that way. Well, the Triple Forest is almost over, at least.
Narcotic is on Phantom Ganon right now, which means he's going to get Strength 2. Mm-hmm. Maybe that pushes him towards a GTG play. Maybe that pushes him to cross again. Or maybe you go for Ice and hope that Requiem is there.
Yeah, hard to say, because, like, half of the appeal of Requiem is fast access to GTG at that point.
Right.
But you have faster access with your...
Yeah.
Safe.
But you have you seen what the Nocturne check is yet?
No.
Yeah, so that could just be right there.
That's why I think Narcotic's probably going to be hunting songs.
Yeah.
Especially after finding the Strength 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Volk, also on Phantom Ganon, just as Narcotic is finishing. And Baltier headed into the Bear Name fight.
Yeah.
Oh. So all of our runners pretty even. I don't really know what anyone's gonna do next, to be honest. I know what I think I would do, but like you said, without any actual direction on where Dins is, it's hard to know. Oh, having Nocturne makes this easier.
Yeah.
Thanks, game. Treasure chest game hinted dead. And that is silvers for Volk.
So Narcotic is going to get the Graveyard Song here, which is nice. Hope that it's Requiem. Could be Bolero too. That would push him in the direction of Hookshot. So I don't think there's a bad song to get here.
Yeah, and
it could be Horse.
No, Narcotic knows where Horse is.
Oh, okay. It's on Temple Time. Got it.
Yeah. Yep, the copy of that hint was out at Desert Colossus, so...
Yeah.
Alright, what is it?
It is Requiem.
Requiem. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, even if you wanted to, that other hookshot is just hard hookshot locked.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny. We could draw little images of what happens in the hockey game.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to get Trez a Sportsnet lawsuit on his hands, so I think maybe we'll nix that idea.
Yeah, sorry, Shannock, I misspoke. Requiem is hard hookshot locked.
Yeah.
The hookshots do not necessarily lock each other. I am just bad at speaking.
Right, okay, so now they're all in kind of the same situation. They've got all the same dungeons done. Well, that's about to finish Forest. And where's Baltier gonna go? He's going GTG, I guess? Question mark?
Yeah. Looks like at minimum crossing.
But weren't they just in CAC? No, they were child. Never mind.
Yeah, they finished up Jabu.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't... Yeah, knock out that guard. Fuck that guard.
Sometimes she just has laser vision.
Sometimes you're like... You literally have to be looking right at me, but the line of sight makes no sense.
Right. So now does Volk go... Okay, Volk's gonna get their long shot. Then we'll see, do they go into Spirit? Do they save Warp? Do they play Minuet?
I think you peeked a couple checks, don't you?
I mean, Spirit's a good area, and you're right there. You don't know... Volk doesn't have the knowledge that Requiem is just free for the picking.
Yeah. But like,
So,
okay, you've got a strength way of the hero, which it locked another strength. I'm sure it locks the other strength too.
Yeah.
But
Have we seen Kokiri Storms yet?
I don't think so, but we didn't think we saw DMT storms either, so
Right.
I'm at a loss on what has been checked there. I just know bottom of the well has not been checked.
Yeah, until now it just feels like you've had enough progression to justify skipping it. But now, especially with Nocturne, like you can just go ahead and do that right away.
Yeah, absolutely. And Volk did save quit, so we will probably be... Oh no, not GTG, we're going into water. Which makes sense. It's full clearable. No reason not to.
Get your meds.
Beltier did do Forest.
Yeah. If that's not tracked, then...
if that's not tracked, we will remind our lovely trackers to please mark dungeon completion. That is the thing I am worst at tracking. Items, easy.
Meds?
Oh, okay. I was like... Yeah, Baltier just never picked up Burning Cack. He went straight to Child.
So Matt is doing something a little different here. He's forsaking Crossing Wasteland and instead just going over to CAC. Well, not so much Big Poe. He's gonna walk to CAC and get Requiem, which I don't know if this actually saves that much time, but it certainly is a little bit faster than Crossing Wasteland.
Yeah, the biggest issue with doing this, I cannot tell you how many times I have seen runners just like Pepega Colossus Fairy.
Yeah. And yeah, especially with that Nocturne, you could easily make the assumption that it's just your way of the hero right there, but...
Yep. So, Volk accidentally equipping the hovers there. Or maybe intentionally equipping the hovers, but too late. And there's a long shot. I don't want to know where people think the lights are at this point. Like, we still don't have dins. There's a lot of shenanigans that can happen for dins, but... And Volk showing off gold scale water strats, even with irons. You know, I think one of the things we forget is just how much of water you can do if you have irons.
You do a lot, honestly.
And like, yeah, if you have irons and no ZL, there is a lot more of water that's accessible to you. Not in logic, but like, you can drop down and do boss key loop if you want. You can obviously go do Dark Link if you have keys. You can do Cracked Wall. It's very interesting.
So here's a big moment. Is Matt going to do... Uh-oh. I'm gonna yell at him later for this one.
Yeah, I feel like I spoke that into existence on accident.
Yeah. Well, again, like I said, like you make the assumption that that Nocturne is the way of the hero, and then you just don't even think about it.
So what you're saying is, we'll clear your way of the hero.
In this case, yes, but I don't know. I feel like if you don't cross, then it's just not on the way, right?
I don't know. That's his name. Yes, we were just missing Dins and light arrows. Yeah, we'll just have to hope that, I don't know, does not abandon that ferry for too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, in Ocarina of Time, a song can be Way of the Hero if it's needed. So dungeon completion being locked by a song. So like, if the spirit boss key is on Child Side of Spirit and you hard require Requiem, ZL is almost always Way of the Hero, which is why it can't be hinted directly Way of the Hero. But Requiem, for example, could be hinted Way of the Hero if ZL was out at Colossus and locked our means of crossing. Meaning hovers, long shot, lens, magic. I suppose we've just been saying path and way of the hero without explaining what they are.
Oh yeah.
That we could do that. So the way of the hero and path of the hero, is it called path of the hero or just path? Because usually it's path to a specific like boss.
Yeah, it's always going to be a medallion boss.
Yeah. The way that these are set up is the randomizer says, okay, if I remove this specific item, can the seed be completed without it? And if the answer is yes, it's not a way of the hero or a path.
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, then it goes on the list. Greg! Greg is just a meme, which is way better than Way of the Hero or Path.
Yeah. So what have we seen out of GTG here already? Because I think it was Narcotic did it before.
We saw Right Side of Maze, we saw the BMOS room, lobby, and I think Stelthos.
Yeah.
But I don't believe... Yeah. I don't think he went any deeper than that.
Yeah, so I think this might be the first full clear for our boy Matthew over here.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because down Colossus Ferry and triple water. And I kind of like what Volk is doing. A lot of runners save Central Pillar for last, but having 2 wallets available, which he has not found the second one or didn't pick it up, save scummed it, I'm not quite sure, does mean that Zora Tunic is in Logic and available, which is only required for this check.
Yeah. So...
There is a peak, though, and I don't... Okay, yeah. He must have peaked it.
Yeah. Peak is a little scary, but if you don't have a Zora Tunic and you're on low health, which you generally are if you're on CSMC.
Yeah, yep. Which, Volk is the safest health-wise.
Yeah, what the heck? He has so much more health than everybody else.
The downside to double defense is it does not add to your heat or drown timers.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Which is very rude. But I suppose if it added to those, it would actually have to affect Dark Link health. And we'll take that. Oh,
Alright, here's the Strength 2 room here. Already a big chest.
Big chest!
What could it be? Just a ball bag.
Of course, a ball bag. That bomb locked in any way, though? I don't think so.
No, it's not, because you can get here without anything, and you can clear forest and get the strength at Sphere 0.
I just refreshed, so tell me, is Narcotic currently hovering into the like dragon head room on the way to Darklink?
I see, yeah, he's just ascending, aiming the hook shot. We'll have to see what the rest of Water Temple is here.
Yep.
Volk is going to be the first one to show us the last couple checks here.
Yep. Well, they are also opting to do Central Pillar, it seems.
Yep. It's not hinted.
I agree with Volk's decision here. You're already here. Just do this last check. Go peek Dragon Chest from here, and then get out. Oh, big chest.
Another one. Just a bottle.
Alright. I am very concerned for Idino. I kind of think he's going ice, which has potential, just like any other check, but,
I think the sooner he gets Dins, the sooner he's gonna... Well, obviously he's gonna do Shadow once he gets Dins, but after that, it all comes down to when he thinks that Spirit is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because then he kind of has to do...
Do you think Spirit's a good idea before finding Mirror, though?
Yeah, it's still like a bunch of checks.
Oh? No, we saw this already.
Saw this, yeah.
This big Goron sword. Which is nice, but...
Yeah, it looks like Matt's going Child, so maybe a well play here.
Yeah.
Definitely get behind.
Yeah.
And this is another opportunity for Matt to find that long shot if he decides Child Spirit.
Yes, absolutely. So. Much more appealing to do it in this child segment.
Yeah.
If you're not dipping Adult Spirit, which he didn't. And, alright, we have two simultaneous Morpha fights. Narcotic, gets a grab, but does not keep Morpha.
Yeah, tragic. Alright, so Matt will be the first one to enter well.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting because long shot aside, he's kind of the first one doing all of the auxiliary areas beyond what would be considered progression. So we might actually know on Matt's side first where the Dins is, but
yeah,
doesn't mean a whole lot until he finds that long shot.
Yeah, exactly. And a fire source is also required for Haunted Wasteland check, which I don't believe has been hinted in any way, so that is another opportunity for him to go do Colossus Ferry.
Yeah, certainly.
But I am guessing we will see Narcotic and both go back to GTG. Oh. But who knows? We do not yet know.
I'm very interested to see what's in this well.
Yeah, I hate thinking about the runners that aren't off stream. Please don't tell us. We do not really care where the runners off stream are, but knowing some of the Knowing some of the other runners that are in this race, I am curious how quickly we get a finisher here, honestly. Because these runners have been about as efficient as it comes, it's just that the items have been available in a way that I would not be too surprised to see someone sub to this.
All depends on who makes the correct decision to find that dins.
I mean, I hope they're all making the decision to find the dins. They know they need it. But I won't apologize.
XD.
I won't apologize.
This is our first adult fishing check.
Oh yeah. Dins?
Nut.
Nut? You did not miss a pun. I would not classify what I said as a pun.
It looks like Volk is also going now towards GTG, which we know is empty, although... So here's the thing. Matt was able to full clear GTG, which means he was able to count keys, which means he knows if toilet is a key or not. Yes. I was not counting keys, so I have no idea. But I do know that Matt skipped toilet, so...
Yeah, I'm not great at counting above 5. Not super good at that. Also, it does not matter today, but I am going to say I do not appreciate how many keys there are in Fire Temple.
All 8 of them.
All 8.
Well, 7 in. Yeah, there are 8 keys with 7 doors.
All 8 keys.
It's weird, because, like, you kind of have this impression with Forest Temple. It's 8 checks. Takes 15 minutes, 8 checks, and like, yeah, Forest Temple, progression, woo. But then you go to Fire Temple, which is 2 less checks, takes less time than Forest Temple. It's like, 6 checks, gross. But that's just how it is.
Fire is a bad dungeon. That was the wrong spell, unfortunately, for Narcotic on top of the lab there. Yep, Narcotic says, I will not Zooter safely today. Where are we going, Narcotic? To where are we heading? Ice? We don't have Bolero, this would be the fastest way.
Looks like it.
Again, I like the general design of Fire, but I hate playing through Fire Temple.
Alright, Matt, here's your time.
This is your chance! This is it! Moment of truth! Somebody. Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I say uh-oh only because the temptation to use a warp song out of Child Spirit is very tempting, and usually what you would see is them go to the ferry and then play Requiem and then go in. So. That's why I say uh-oh. There's no telling if Matt will do Colossus Ferry after Child Spirit. Excuse me.
Alrighty. We got a key, so we'll at least see a little bit of Spirit from Child, and I think, Matt, definitely, if the play is to go with Adult Spirit eventually, you do want to clear Child Spirit here, because there are Firelock checks, and there's a big chest already.
Big chest? Oh.
Big large lad.
Yeah, absolutely. You're like,
There it is.
oh, there is Dins.
Gonna grab this key just in case, because he still doesn't have a long shot. Little does he know, it's just a couple meters away.
I think that's really bad for Matt.
That is, unless he has the wherewithal to go and check.
Yeah, I mean, you can reverse. Oh, losing the shield. You can reverse this child. So unless this is Requiem,
no, he is going straight for Shadow.
Yep.
So until he elects.
Yep. Go ahead.
Well, I still think that with after Shadow, like, what's your best option? I think the choices are Adult Spirit and Ice. And if he chooses Adult Spirit and he puts off Colossus Fairy again, then, well, he's just a clown. But I think he does have the opportunity, and it might be a while before some of these other runners go to Child Spirit, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, I would say the worst thing for Matt here is not necessarily where Longshot is, it's that I don't think he has enough of a time advantage in finding that Dins.
Yeah,
because what? Okay. It's like, which direction are you going here? Because I can totally see him being like, all right, I'm finishing Shadow and then I'm going Spirit as much as I can. Fortunately, there is no Mirror Shield yet. Game, do not have Mirror Shield in Shadow, please. Please.
Please no.
But having that fire source going and doing Haunted Wasteland makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is going to be the game of when will the other runners elect to do Child Spirit? And I think it comes down to if some of them want to do Adult Spirit at this point, is there a key on Adult side? Yeah. And if there is, then you can put off Child Spirit for a very long time.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is where Baltier not picking up that Requiem before going Child and doing Jabu, like, sucks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he absolutely would, like, be in glow mode, at minimum. We don't know where lights are yet. They could be in Shadow, but, like, he would have that Dins if he had Requiem before going Child for Jabu.
100%.
You're not abandoning Child Spirit at that point, because you're hoping to never age again.
Yeah.
Narcotic. Getting eaten, losing the shield.
Never a good feeling.
Never a good feeling.
You always feel like just a little bit of a scrub when that happens.
I am a scrub, so I always feel like a scrub.
That's okay.
I make the terrible decision to play multi-world with, like, Challenge Cup and top 64 players, so then I just feel like ass.
Yeah, but you have the advantage of nobody expects you to do anything too crazy, so then you can just go. You just go and do whatever wild gambles you want, and if it works out, you just pretend you're a genius.
Right, exactly.
So
like,
and if
I know I am in tune with this game.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, then you're just like, well, I'm not a top player, so it's fine. Yeah. It's the perfect option select. You win no matter what.
Choose your own adventure. Ooh, let's go, Hell Knight. Have fun. I know nothing about that one, actually, so... Maybe.
12 MQ, 99 Skull Bridge. I don't know, I'm making it up.
Vidya. So the hook shots were on Colossus Ferry and in Crater Wall. I don't know. Has missed Colossus Ferry. and has the singular advantage of having done Child Spirit and finding Dins in there. And I reiterate that we will probably have a finisher sub 2, given that.
It definitely is in the realm of possibility. It's a little hard when you have... Go ahead.
Oh, these runners haven't wasted a lot of time. So it would only be someone, like, not quite god routing, but pretty close. But you were saying?
It's a little difficult sub 2 with both Forest and Shadow in play like this, and the Water Temple... Oh, Matt. With Water Temple having Bosky on Dark Link, like, you were wasting a decent amount of time there too, but you just go to where the items are. Don't go to GTG, don't go to Well. You're fine diddly-eye and...
Yep.
.com.
Yeah. And, again, like, I am basing this assumption based on where had Baltier gotten Requiem when it was first available. And I know at least one person in this race would have done that.
I haven't seen any indication that any of these other runners want to go Child just yet, so we'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'd have to... Only thing that's appealing is Well, but when there's a Well, there's also Adult Spirit, which is, I think, almost as good, so maybe you just want to stay adult and go for that.
Where there's a well, there's a way?
Absolutely.
Of the hero? Video's like, absolutely not.
No. Dude, every big chest here for Matt is gonna be like, oh, is this it?
Oh.
No, it's not.
It's a reminder. Go do Haunted Wasteland. Don't actually do Haunted Wasteland, though.
One right next to it.
And here's Narcotic going into Adult Spirit.
Yep. So we'll see. There's plenty of checks here. None of them particularly good, but the big thing here I'm going to be looking to see is there a key on Adult Spirit? And if there is, then Child Spirit suddenly becomes either the best or worst area in the game.
Yeah. I mean, we know the other fire source. We now know the other fire source is fire locked. So,
yeah.
It is distinctly helpful in that way. Hey! Zora Tunic. Our wallets are trash. And as we were talking about earlier, Shadow is in fact very strength locked.
Yes, indeed. Alright, so there is...
Go ahead.
Alright, there is a key on Adult side here. So this just got a lot more interesting, I think.
Yeah, that buys, I don't know, a lot of time, assuming he doesn't go do Adult Spirit.
Valk, however, is going Child here. Probably gonna do well first, but...
I don't know! Okay, yep. You're right. You're right, I'm wrong.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
But will he do chickens?
Ooh. That's an interesting call. Free 2 minutes.
Spicy decision.
Yeah.
Sub 2 hour chickens is the only time that it feels even, like, half fine.
Another big chest for Matt. That, I mean, it could be light arrows, but it's most likely just wait.
I can't tell if lights being on the way are better for Matt or worse. It's kind of hard to tell right now.
I'd say better.
That's like where I am leaning, but but then it just depends. Like, are they an Adult Spirit? Which would suck. And, Belt is showing us the toilet. So named because it is a room that is bad to do and is filled with swirly water.
I think we've seen Toilet already from another player.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I
Not
thought
Matt,
everyone
but-
skipped it.
No, I'm pretty sure it was just nothing.
I mean, sounds right. Though, frankly, if I were the Gerudo, this is where I would hide all the best items. No one's gonna come in here. There's a single pair of iron boots. There is one ocarina. No one knows the Song of Time.
Can you believe this?
Uh-oh. Is it a score?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
First. What's up?
Belt seems to be going ice.
Unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Another big chest here for Matt. It's lights.
Aye.
Alright.
That puts him on the clock to find that long shot. Everyone
does.
else is definitely on the clock to find Din's. But Spirit's already on their mind.
Yeah.
Colossus is not on his.
Well, it's definitely after Shadow. Like, what are your options? Your options are, well, your best options are either Ice Cavern or Adult Spirit. And I think that choice is going to determine whether Matt absolutely wins this race or if it's going to be a little bit more interesting than that.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. But this confirms that there's basically nothing else of interest in Spirit Temple, so
Yep.
it's
I
more
mean,
a
it could
matter
be
of...
strength 3 could be in here. We know that there is a strength way of the hero, so...
Yeah.
And we now know that it has to be because it locks the other...
Strengths,
Narcotic
yeah.
doing a very interesting strat here. You don't have to open these chests to find out if they are big or small.
Yeah, you can just rub against them and...
Yep.
I don't know.
Rub against them. Yeah, the bridge
Yeah, they can-
requirement is 6 meds.
They can still be, They can still be keys, though, so...
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, no mirror shield in sight. Alright, Narcotic's bailing. I think he is probably on his way to Well right now as well. It's gonna be interesting is what song Volk plays once he's done with Well, because if it's Requiem, then I think that puts him solidly in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not solidly in the lead, but kind of puts this, like, timer on Matt, as we discussed.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to be basically through Shadow by the time Volk plays Requiem.
Right.
Because he's just doing the Dead Hand room in here now. So, Volk has probably, what would you think, a 5-minute window once Volk plays Requiem?
That sounds about right.
Which seems semi-reasonable considering he already did GTG. Go do a couple of cleanup things before going to ice, maybe?
Yeah.
But that's also very optimistic because I enjoy when all of our runners are in go mode at the same time.
Certainly makes for more of a spectacle.
And we do have another treasure chest game, even though I thought Narcotic saw the hint for this.
Apparently not.
Feel free to get your guesses in chat. Shannick immediately out. But can you be all wrong? And there is the Requiem from Volk.
Yeah, oh, yeah, okay, so there you go. He's just got Shadow Temple, and then that's going to put Volk in go mode first, I think, unless Matt goes straight for Colossus Fairy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think Matt has a few minutes. Water is not as long as Shadow. and Volk is going to be opening all of the chests until those lights. He'll gain a little time back on that, but...
Certainly, but the boss key placement of water is not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you know Matt better than I do as far as, like, how he prefers to route water. But Volk did Central Pillar, and Matt, I suspect, does not do Central Pillar.
I don't know. I feel like you have to.
So I would just leave that for last. I don't like doing that. I'm very sorry, Taye Falco. I have no idea what the lens minigame thing was.
Yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention to it.
But I think it was LLR. Or no, it was LRL. And that is Dins for Volk, which will ultimately put him in go mode. He does not know that yet, though. But lights are in Shadow Temple.
Slingshot. Well, all right. Very interested to see what Matt does here.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Narcotic Child going into bottom of the well.
Baltier is doing field checks, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Interesting choice. It's a bottom.
That is save warping. Is he going into water, bro? Maybe he's like, I'm gonna go to water and do up until boss key. Just because at this point it makes sense as part of your progression. Yeah, he's going to water.
Yeah. So, doing water here really sucks. Because it... No sub 2 finishes. I was wrong. Happy 2 hours. Let's go. Woo. Get our commands in here. Give our runners a follow. Narcotic, I don't know, Baltier, and Volk 41. Doing a great job here, and Volk, on pace to win Restream, but it does depend on what I don't know does, pretty quickly. He does have magic and Furor's win, so there's there's still a chance for there to be some spicy first place finish here on Restream.
Looks like he's doing Adult Lake first.
Well, rip the dream. Yeah. Our trackers today, Shanik making Mary and Vila. Doing a great job pushing buttons so everyone knows what these runners have. Our restream... Is there a restreamer command? I don't think there is. Regardless. Tobias, our restreamer, making sure everything is running correctly. NVIDIA, opting not to run tonight, but instead to bring some dulcet tones to all of you.
I would have won today.
Despite Matt.
Yeah, just to rub it in his face. Right, so Baltier and Narcotic here are both child, so now, once they're done with Well, which they both seem to be going towards, we'll see if they play that little Requiem tune. I think Narcotic's almost out of stuff to do, so likely Child Spirit will be his next play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Baltier doesn't have Requiem, so never mind.
Yeah, that really sucks for him. And it's so weird. Again, just that decision to not pick that song up when it was immediately available.
Right.
Like, has kind of functionally cost him this race.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where like you can't know for certain, especially when crossing is available. It's only 2 checks, but
yeah, absolutely. And it makes total sense to not prioritize it without a convenient spawn and without Nocturne. Right. It's one of those, like, Of course that's where Requiem ended up being, because it could have made his routing just, like, optimal. So, collect your songs, chat.
Yep.
You never know.
So again, Matt is going to be doing water. Probably just going to go for the full clear based on the boss key location. Which means there's a lot of time here for Volk to do the motions in Shadow. I think if Matt plays Requiem and goes immediately for Colossus Fairy, which is not out of the question considering Adult Spirit, it's going to be pretty close. Otherwise, Volk solidly has this.
He's not setting FW immediately, though, which is always feels bad. Oh, you can't without long shot. Duh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't, bother correcting me. You just
glad you figured it out.
You figured I would figure it out. Oh, Sag. And Baltier, the people's hero, doing chickens.
Woo! Maybe we'll find, I don't know. What could we find at this point? Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield.
Mirror Shield would be pretty spicy on chickens. Another bottle, like a vanilla bottle. A Stone of Agony would be classic. But it's probably just $5.
Yeah.
Why can you not hover over to the Murpha room? Like,
you can't.
I know,
unless,
like,
yeah.
Why can't you?
Because standard doesn't allow fun tricks.
You want to see fun tricks? Check out some glitched rule sets. DDR, a real fun one. Video whenever he forfeits.
Yep. I'll do whatever you need me to. Narcotic's about to get Dins too, so should be following shortly behind Volk.
Yep.
The Go Mode train.
And Baltier is still doing chickens. Alright, and there is once again a functional go mode for Narcotic as lights are just in shadow. Which I think are in the next room for Volk, but maybe it's a couple rooms yet. Hey! Double magic. That is not the worst payout Chickens has ever had. It also means that both magics are just nice, freely available.
Sure.
But there's no way that's anyone's first magic.
Not unless... Yeah, no. Unless you somehow decide to go Child Cat first.
Yeah, unless they immediately went Child Cat, and did Chickens. Roar's Wind, which Volk is like, oh, that's convenient. Just, I can place that in Ganon's when I need to go find lights. Little does he know. Okay. So here, is this in logic? Getting this with hovers is not in logic, right?
No, it is not. Because it could still be boss key.
It could still be boss key, but like...
Might as well do it when you're here.
Yeah, I guess. Whee. Oh no!
So there, the rock was a little too close, and so he was like, oh. Be careful.
Just let the river take you.
It's Riptide, man. You gotta swim parallel to the shore.
God, I was swimming in Hawaii once, and a surfer was like, "Get back into shore." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" They're like, "There's riptides here. It'll just drag you straight out to sea." And I'm like, "Thank you for yelling at me, I guess. Thanks. I get it. Be careful. Yeah. Be careful, chat."
It's okay, I've got the iron boots. I'll just walk on the floor.
Yeah, I'll just walk. I have a Zora tunic and some iron boots. I am fine.
Got the steel toe boots. A ref got punched in the face in the Caps Habs game? Oh, that sounds awesome. I gotta go find that.
Wait, again? It's amazing. Hockey's the best. Though, in case anyone is wondering, the reason you haven't gotten any updates on the Senators Maple Leafs game is because the Leafs are down 1-0. NVIDIA doesn't want to acknowledge that.
Use you.
It's fine. The Kings are going to score on the Wild in like 30 seconds. It's fine. You just give me shit. Leaves are down. I mean, this time of year, what do you expect? Falling everywhere. Yes. Continue, chat. Continue.
Please.
Ooh, okay. We're a few minutes off.
There you go.
Ikola finishing in first place, 2:10.26. GG's. Shocker. Where's the Cariosa finish immediately after? Nah, Sens are like a sleeper cell.
They're gonna be better this year.
Yeah, GG's Ikola. Volk is officially in go mode, so barring some very tragic Ganon's climb and Ganondorf-Ganon fights, he should be finishing up first on restream here.
This should be a good finish. Certainly, unless a bunch of people finish in the next couple minutes, this should be a top 5 finish, which is pretty good for how long Volk's been playing for.
Yep. And Balhier is doing a lot of child cleanup, which is good because we know Dins is in child cleanup. Just unfortunate routing of child cleanup.
Zablosky for Matt. And I'll do the last couple checks here. And then it's going to be interesting to see. Are we going to be waiting a little bit or a lottle?
A lottle.
A lottle is a little bit more than a little.
Yes. But what is a bit? Video's like, I will not
I
deal
don't even
with
know.
your philosophical discussions here today. So I don't know, and Volk, both with under 10 arrows, stresses me out.
Yeah, a little bit. Should be
Like,
fine though.
I know they'll be fine. Oh. Hey, there's the Cariosa finish. 2:13:16 as I don't know. No,
it's the wrong way, Matt.
That's the wrong direction. And Cola. Oh, okay. And
There you go.
a 15-second. I think you're one of those who has a different definition of snipe than me, but I think 15 seconds is.
I think if it's not first place, then it's not worth shitting the bed over.
About, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing Cola's a little salty about those 15 seconds. So Cola finishing third place, 2:13:31 GG's. Pepsi definitely losing today. I don't think we have any Pepsis in the Ooter community. Breath of the Wild has a Pepsi.
Any Dr. Pepper gamers?
Me. Love Dr. Pepper. That's my
Me
favorite.
too. Love that DP.
DP so good.
Alright, here comes Volk, going to get his castle.
Yeah, I feel like we might have comms cursed him out of top 5 though.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're looking 5 to 6 minutes with Big Goron Sword. Just depends on how solid his climb and fights are. And I mean, wait. Balthier is adult and did not go do Child Spirit.
Yeah, because he's not Requiem yet. He's going to get it right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No. That one decision, it just... And Alexis, 2:15:28, 4th place, GG's.
Very nice. Look at all these gamers doing Child Spirit.
Yep. Balthier's opting to do Adult Spirit, though, it looks like. Which... gives Matt more time.
To not get last on restream.
To not get last on restream.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if I don't know is a like metagamer runner. But
I don't think so. I mean, in this case, I don't think so. I think he's just gonna be like, well, it's Adult Spirit after all.
Yeah.
That's probably what he's thinking right now.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those things where, like, Volt, we have seen him do pretty spectacularly today. And once you start seeing these runners that you are far less familiar with, you're not surprised to see Ikola, Cariosa, Cola, and Alexis finish in top 4.
Yeah.
If Volk pulls out a top 5 or even 6th place, you're like, excuse me? Because we love our new runners, chat. This is why I love Rando. I won't wax poetic about it, but... Scrubs! Scrubs!
Thanks for the raid.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope the match was good. We've got a runner finishing up the NA Weekly here. Another runner probably not too far behind.
Yep.
Speaking of our newer runners, anyone who is unfamiliar with Scrub Central, they host a tournament for, generally speaking, newer runners who don't have a lot of tournament experience. Oh,
Strength 3
okay.
in the fire room. XD.
Lol.
Well, Matt can check OGC now if he really wants.
Really want. Maybe that will remind him about Colossus Fairy.
Maybe. It's just one ZL check. Alright, let's do the other one. Let's get them all out of the way.
It's a pretty nice Ganondorf from Volk.
Yeah, not bad.
Narcotic just getting into the hallway. What do you call this leading into Bongo? Because it's not actually the boss room. This is the boss room.
Pre-boss room.
The foyer, the boss foyer. But yeah, give our Scrub Central friends a follow if you feel like it, because
Absolutely.
a lot of fun to watch. Our restreamer Tobias, actually in lower bracket finals sometime soon here. And that is phase 1 done for Volk. No 5th place finisher yet.
Could be
And
top 5.
for Narcotic. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, just saying, could be top 5 still.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here's the last check coming up for Matt. So what he does next, I think he's probably going ice.
Yeah, it's just so hard to imagine him playing Requiem out of here.
Yeah.
Doing Colossus Fairy.
Alright, another 15 seconds here.
I feel bad saying earlier that I've seen plenty of runners skip that.
GG Volk.
Yeah, GG's Volk.
Is that the 5th place finish? We need to see it in the chat. There you go.
Yeah, 5th place. Let's
Top
go.
5.
2016. We will see if Volk is joining us for an interview. If you have any questions, throw them in chat. And Narcotic is headed into Ganon's. Oh no. I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry, Matt, if you're watching this back.
Oh, he did it a little differently. Okay. Let's see.
But yeah, top 5. Pretty good.
Alright, looks like Volk will be passing on the interview.
Alright.
Good,
Well, maybe he'll join us in chat for a bit. I know sometimes that's more appealing. Oh, hold on, Vidya. Do you see what I'm seeing? See what Matt's doing?
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, it's right there, Matt. Probably, yeah. Probably routed Spirit Temple that way so that this makes a lot more sense. Alright, so Matt's gonna get long shot.
Let's go!
Let's go!
And that should be more than enough time, barring absolute tragedy. Yeah, Baltier's playing Minuet, gonna go to ice. Which is very unfortunate for Baltier. So close. And again, I cannot emphasize enough that picking up that Requiem earlier probably would have made this restream finish order very different. Are you experiencing time hops, or is that just me?
A little bit, yeah. Saw Narcotic die to Knuckles.
Oh no! I haven't seen that. Oh, that feels bad. Me and Iron Knuckles are not friends, so I feel this. Where was double defense?
It was the Storm's Grotto and DMT.
Yeah, Storm's DMT. Yeah, I cannot get over the fact that one decision to not collect a song probably changed how all of this went for Beltier. And that is very unfortunate, but we shall not dwell further. We'll focus instead. One more refresh. Alright. Oh, hold on. Mr. Martin finishing in 6th place. 2:23.09.
There you go. That we'll just have to go over to Morpha here, and then probably 5-6 minutes after that, just go and begin. And so Matt's probably looking at like probably about 10 minutes from now, 2:33, 2:34.
Update. Remember when I said the Kings were going to score on the Wild?
Did they score on the Wild?
They definitely scored on the Wild.
Of course.
Of course. So, your revenge for my comment.
Oh, it's 2-0.
What? Oh, they must have just scored that.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Oh, the worst. Matt pulling off the quick grab, a nice quick kill on Morpha. Pretty nice. It's gonna be too close probably for a sub 2:30 with the cutscenes.
Yeah, dude, that post-Water Temple cutscene is the longest cutscene in the world.
Right. And there's 2 of them. I mean, I suppose they're all just one, but River Wath was CAC? Oh. Somewhere.
No, the River Wath was the Bigoron hint. Or not, sorry, Medigoron.
Oh, yes. We never saw the copy.
I don't know if I've ever saw a second one.
I'm sorry. Who is C. Peterson? And why are they in goal for the Wild?
Because Marc-Andre Fleury gave up 2 goals on 4 shots.
Yeah, it was rough. Their game on Thursday was real bad, chat.
Man's getting old.
Ooh, hey. Exo, let's go.
GG, Exo.
225.58. Making top 10 pretty rough for Narcotic and Matt here. I think Narcotic's got a good shot, but I don't know. Do you know the backstory on I don't know? Was it just like why? I don't know.
I think it's just a story of he told me he was at a Smash tournament or something and he couldn't think of a tag, so he's just like, I don't know.
I figured it was something like that. And then the one, because of course there was another person.
It's already taken, yeah.
Already taken?
Here's Narcotic wrapping up.
Get your GGs in chat! Station chest is a big chest too.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's so mean. Alright, and that is Narcotic finishing 8th place, 227.40. GG's. Top 10
Indeed.
still within reach for I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, getting yeeted by the Iron Knuckles. That sucks. needs a little heart pickup here. Makes it through, though. We'll be getting a refill, and Valtier is child again.
Mm-hmm.
But
Will they play
tragically, has not played Requiem yet. Pursue Zelda.
Narcotic taking a little walk.
I do love when they have their cameras up and we can see.
Yeah.
We have the entire layout available to us, not just the cropped gameplay that's on Restream. And my favorite is when they have the cameras on and you can basically lip read every single word they are saying.
Yep.
And some people are very, like, I won't call them good actors, but they have good camera presence where if something is very troll, they just look at the camera.
Mm-hmm. My favorite, we have a player in MMR named Michi. And Michi his face cam is great to watch for two things. One is that pretty much at any given point in his VOD, you can jump to any point in his VOD and he's got probably about a 50% chance that he's got a cigarette in his mouth while he's playing Rando. Extremely Chad energy. And then the second reason you watch Michi's face cam is he's got the best reactions ever. Anytime there's like a really bad check, he'll laugh super hard at it, and it's very entertaining to watch.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, Michi is so much cooler than 99% of Rando players because he smokes. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Smoking does make you cool.
Be responsible, chat.
Was that earlier I was saying about do as I say, not as I do? No, this is a case where you do as I do, not as I say.
Yeah, this message is not endorsed by ZeldaSpeedRuns or the Ocarina of Time Randomizer community at large. Valtier did play Requiem. We'll be getting Dins here, just as I don't know finishes Phase 1 of Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. I am guessing at this point that Narcotic is also not joining us for the interview.
Narcotic has turned down the interview. I think the play might be to see if Matt wants an interview, and if once we're done with that, probably in the restream.
Yeah, we'll see. Depending on if Matt joins us and how long he feels like talking. Valtier does have an entire shadow ahead, and so raid may be possible. It's hard to know sometimes how runners feel after their performance, and don't think there's anything to feel bad about on any of these runners' behalf, but
I think Matt is one of those people who just be like, well, this is a no stakes weekly, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
We'll take the ninth place. And
I mean, you two can just enjoy. And get your GGs in chat for, I don't know, Matt. 9th place, pulling off the top 10, 231.55.
Here you go.
And Valtier getting into go mode, just as Matt finishes.
Drag him in here. Hey, buddy.
Yo. So, Colossus Ferry.
Yes. I mean, it is what it is. I guess when I got knock, I should have checked the Colossus Ferry, but I was like, okay, Colossus Way, the hero dud. I'm just going to go do Shadow Temple. Well, I guess I couldn't do Shadow. I was going to go do, Spirit, GGG, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you guys all found the stuff for the first 4 meds in some order. And then it was like, once you're done with that, you have GTG, Well, Spirit, Ice. Those are your options. Which one do you think is best? And,
pretty much.
The answer being none of them is very rare, too.
Well, yeah. But you were the first one on Restream to get dins, at least, so...
Yeah, I mean, if I had gotten Long Shot when I got Knock, then I pretty much do the stuff in the same order, except obviously I beat Water first, and then I probably do GTG, and then do the Well, and then Child Spirit, so I guess what I end up skipping Spirit in that case.
I think you were the only one who didn't...
that much.
You were the only one who didn't cross, at least.
I mean...
Rick. I don't know if it saved that much time.
Yeah, I knew you had to cross, but I was like, it's 50. There's like either Knock or Requiem's in Burning Cack, so I was like, might as well check it. Or it was Knock Rec or I think so 2 out of 3 that it was pretty useful.
It is what it is. Other than that, nothing too special about this seed, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy at the speed I was clearing it, because I was pretty much at the point where I was going to clear Ice and pretty much have nothing left by like 240 or something. I don't know what time I finished, but... So, I was okay with how I played. There's some stuff I could have routed better, but... whatever.
Other than the Colossus Fairy, I was fairly confident in my multi-world partner that he played.
I mean, there was no reason to, I guess, in my head, like, if I'm going to check that, I'm also going to check the Wasteland check, and I was like, I'll just come back here and have Dins or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it probably should do it, but I was like, okay, way the hero done, I don't care about Colossus anymore. I also screwed up and went to Graveyard as Child, because I thought when Graveyard was Way of the Hero, I thought I got Song of Time from there, not a Stereo song. So it was a couple minutes, but I just full cleared it before I went back adult. So that kind of sucks, but it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, you ended up starting with Song of Time, which is terrible to start with. Let's be real.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember what I got from Graveyard. I was like trying to remember what song it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say about this one. Nothing. I don't think anything else really stood out.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about hockey. There's not much else to talk about.
Yeah, it was really just like clear dungeons.
Yeah. I felt kind of bad though, because I felt like I jinxed you a little bit, because I mentioned, like, I see runners skip Colossus Fairy all the time if they were good. Sure enough. Yeah. No, you played great. Top 10. See videos.
Obviously.
Listen, I was on Team Matt. Don't you worry.
I mean, I was pretty happy until I found that. I was like, damn. I also dispelled my FW that I had in Water. That was dumb. Again, it's like by the time I'm last locationing the Long Shot, like, all those things don't matter.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, we enjoyed watching you for sure.
Yeah, it was an alright scene.
For tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm debating playing the EU weekly, bro. I'm gonna be seed bleeded out of my goddamn skull. You think it's a good idea?
Do I think it's a good idea? Probably not, but I might do it anyways too.
Alright, well, see you there maybe.
Yep. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so for everybody in chat, Matt and I are on a multi-world team. Our match is 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Be sure to check it out. Probably not getting a restream, but follow everybody's channels, which is a great segue into thanking all our volunteers tonight. My name is Vidya James, joined by Milkweed tonight on the commentary booth. What do you mean? Okay, there we go. It just takes a second. Sure to follow.
Bot's a little slow.
Follow the runners as well. Narcotic, I don't know, Balthier, and Volk. We've got our trackers as well, who have been doing a great job. Keep making sure the overlay is up to date, making sure nobody's asking, who is Requiem, who is Spores Men, etc., etc. It's all taken care of. And of course, Tobias, our lovely restreamer, who is... Bro, it's like almost 3 a.m. where Tobias is right now. What a trooper. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll throw it over to Tobias to wrap things up.
Yep.
Sure, let's do just that. And yes, it is indeed almost 3 a.m. But what do you do for Zooter? Anyway.
Yeah, usually we would like to let the runner finish if they're like on the path to go mode, but considering how late it is, we're just gonna...
Yeah. Thank you all for watching today. What's next on ZSR? Well, in a few very short minutes, over on ZSR1 on the main channel, Zelda 2 100% All Keys tournament. That's Swiss Round 4, and it's a double feature. 2 matches at the same time, React versus Justin Man 114, and Redude versus Drew.
Can you say that again? Say the runners' 2 names.
R-E-I-D-O-O-D versus D-O-00-D.
No way.
Redude and Dude.
Alright,
yeah.
I need to bring up...
I did not make that up.
I need to bring up the fact there's a Canadian Football League, the CFL. There are 9 teams. For a good 50-some years, there were 2 teams out of the 9 that were called the Rough Riders. That's what that makes me think of.
Okay. Yeah, well, it is certainly a match of the dudes. Anyway, and after that, over on ZSR2, no, even ZSR1 as well, on at 1 p.m. UTC, 9 a.m. Eastern, a race that apparently Vidya and Matt want to participate in. The OoT Randomizer Standard EU Weekly race.
Woo!
And all that's left for me to say is thank you all so much for watching. Let's go cheer on Baltier for the rest of his scene. And yeah, carry him to the finish line. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you soon here on ZeldaSpeedRuns.
Bye. Bye.